Son, daughter, I know your days are turbulent, that worries shout around you, trying to steal your peace even before you can open your eyes in the morning. I know your pains, the burdens you carry in silence, the battles you fight within your own heart. But today, I call you to something more. I invite you to stop, to silence the noise in your mind, and to listen to my voice. I know you have been struggling, trying to find your way in the midst of chaos, searching for answers where there is no life. You have run back and forth, carrying weights I never asked you to bear. You have felt tired, exhausted, without direction. The weight of life has crushed your heart, and your strength seems insufficient to go on. But my child, listen to me. You no longer have to carry everything alone. I am here. Sit with me. Let me touch the places in your heart that have been ignored for so long. There are depths within you that even you do not dare to look at, wounds from the past, marks of rejection, words that hurt you like sharp blades, decisions that brought deep regret. I know there is shame, I know there is pain, I know there are sins that weigh on you, memories you wish you could erase, failures that still haunt you like shadows. But my child, do not hide from me what I already see. I am the one who searches hearts and the deepest thoughts. Nothing is hidden from me. But listen to this. I did not come to condemn you, but to restore you. When I touched the lepers and made them clean, I did it to show that there is no one my hand cannot heal. When I looked at the sinful woman who had fallen before me, waiting to be stoned, I did not reject her. I lifted her up and gave her a new life. And what I did for her, I also do for you. My mercy has no limit. My forgiveness knows no barriers. No matter what you have done, it is not greater than my grace. But you need to open your heart. It is not enough to seek me only in moments of desperation and then return to your old ways when the storm has passed. I am the God who heals, but I am also the God who transforms. I want to change your life, not just relieve your temporary suffering. I want to take you to a place of true freedom where sin no longer enslaves you, where fear no longer paralyzes you, where insecurity no longer dictates your decisions. For that, you must trust me. We need to walk together. I will take you by the hand, but you must surrender, trust, and not resist my touch. What you have been carrying on your shoulders is not yours to bear. You have told yourself that you need to be strong, that you cannot falter, that no one can see your weaknesses, but I see them. I see how much you have struggled to keep everything under control, to avoid failure, to meet all the expectations around you. I see the weight of guilt, of inadequacy, of the fear of disappointing others. I see all of it. But my child, I have not called you to carry this burden alone. I have given you a promise. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. This promise is for you, yes, for you who have felt the weight of life, for you who have cried in secret, for you who have smiled on the outside while your soul screams for help on the inside. You no longer have to carry it all alone. Let go of that weight, give it to me. Rest in me. I am not a distant God who watches you from afar, indifferent to your pain. I am the God who is near, the God who walks with you, the God who holds your hand when you feel you can no longer go on. If you give me your burdens, I will take them. But if you insist on holding on to them, I will not force you. You must choose to trust me. Your rest is in your surrender. The enemy of your soul knows he cannot destroy you, so he does everything possible to distract you. He fills your mind with worries, keeps you busy with things that seem urgent but are not essential. He makes you feel like you do not have time to pray, that your life is too full for a moment with me. But that is a trap. Distraction is a silent but deadly strategy. Little by little, it pulls you away from me, and you do not even notice. How many times have you said you were going to pray, but something more important came up? How many times have you felt in your heart the desire to seek my presence, but you were overcome by exhaustion, by your phone, by the tasks of the day? And so, your days pass without truly being connected to me. Do not let life's worries choke out what is most valuable, your relationship with me. Without me, your soul will dry up. Without me, your efforts will be in vain. Do you remember Martha and Mary? Martha was busy with tasks, but Mary chose the better part, to be at my feet, listening to me, and that part was never taken from her. What have you been choosing? Busyness or communion? Activity or my presence? Scene script. I know you're waiting for answers. I know you have cried out for change, for open doors, for solutions that seem delayed. I know you wonder why you still do not see what you're expecting. But my child, remember this. I am the Lord of time. I see the whole picture. I know the exact moment to act. Do not despair. Waiting can be difficult, but trust that I never arrive late. What I have promised, I will fulfill. But you must learn to rest in my faithfulness even when you do not understand my ways. I am the one who makes all things work together for your good. My will for you is good, pleasing and perfect. But you must trust that my timing is better than yours. I want to be your first thought in the morning and your last at night. I want your soul to awaken to me before the worries of the day have a chance to settle in your heart. I want your first breath in the morning to be a whisper of gratitude and trust, not a sigh of anxiety. I want your eyes to open with the certainty that I am with you, holding you, guiding you, preparing each step you will take. I want to be with you, not just in moments of desperation when you see no way out, but in every detail of your life. I want to walk with you in small decisions and great challenges, in days of joy and in days of pain. I want to be present in your home, in your routine, in your thoughts and in your words. I want to be the one you turn to before anything else, before seeking answers in the world, before seeking human solutions, before allowing your mind to drown in worry. I am not a God to be remembered only in times of crisis. I am the God of every moment. Come to me, do not delay. My arms are open, my grace surrounds you, my love calls you. I am your refuge, your peace, your hope. Nothing can separate you from me. Just come, I am here, I always have been, I always will be. But my child, let me ask you, how long will you try to live on borrowed strength? How long will you pretend you are fine when your heart is weighed down by silent battles? I did not create you to live in a constant state of exhaustion, carrying burdens I never placed on you. Did I not say, cast all your anxiety on me because I care for you? 1 Peter 5:7. Then why do you hesitate to release it? Why do you insist on handling everything alone when my arms are open to sustain you? There is something I want you to understand today. The life I have called you to is not one of mere survival, but of abundance. Not abundance in worldly riches, but in the things that truly matter. Peace that surpasses understanding, joy that is not dictated by circumstances, love that heals every wound. The enemy will try to convince you that these things are out of reach, that you must settle for a life of spiritual dryness. But I have not called you to thirst in the desert when I am the living water. John 7:37-38. You may say, but Lord, I have failed too many times. I have tried to change, but I keep falling back. My child, do you not know that even when you are faithless, I remain faithful? 2 Timothy 2:13. I do not measure you by your failures, but by my love. I do not see you as a lost cause, but as a work in progress. You are clay in my hands, and I am the potter. Isaiah 64:8. I am shaping you, even in your weakness, even in your struggles. But I need your cooperation. You cannot live in freedom if you're still holding on to the chains I died to break. What doors have you left open to sin? What habits are keeping you from fully walking in my light? Be honest with yourself. You cannot conquer what you refuse to confront. Do not be like the rich young ruler who wanted eternal life but was unwilling to let go of what held him back. If there is something you know is separating you from me, it is time to surrender it completely. I see how the enemy has whispered lies into your mind. Lies that say you are not enough, that you will never change, that your past defines you. But listen to me, I do not define you by your failures, I define you by my blood. If I have called you forgiven, who can call you condemned? If I have declared you new, why do you still see yourself through the lens of the old? My sacrifice on the cross was not partial, it was complete. You're not the person you used to be. Stop living as though you are. There is a reason I tell you to guard your heart. You are constantly feeding your soul with something. What are you allowing in? Are you filling your mind with my truth, or are you letting the voices of the world shape your thoughts? You cannot expect to walk in faith if you are constantly feeding yourself with fear. You cannot expect to hear my voice if you are drowning in the noise of distractions. Have you noticed how the enemy fights hardest when you try to draw closer to me? The sudden exhaustion when you want to pray, the endless distractions when you open my word, the heavy weight of discouragement when you take steps of faith. These are not coincidences. The enemy knows that a believer on their knees is a threat to his kingdom. That's why he tries to keep you too busy, too tired, too discouraged. But do not be ignorant of his schemes. Press in, push past the resistance. Every time you choose me over distraction, over laziness, over fear, you are gaining ground in the spirit. Scene script. I know you have questions. You wonder why I allow certain trials, why some prayers seem unanswered, why the pain lingers longer than expected. But my child, trust me, I'm not absent in your suffering. Did I not say, in this world, you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. I never promised a life without storms, but I promised that you would never face them alone. Even when you do not see it, I am working. Even when you do not understand, I am weaving something greater than you can imagine. Think of Joseph, betrayed, sold into slavery, falsely accused, thrown into prison, years of hardship, yet I was with him in every step. What seemed like setbacks were actually the path to his destiny. And when the time was right, I lifted him to a position he never could have achieved on his own. My plans for you are not for harm, but for hope and a future. Do not let temporary hardships make you doubt eternal promises. Stop comparing your journey to others. Stop looking at what I am doing in someone else's life and wondering if I have forgotten you. I am writing a story with your life that is unlike anyone else's. David was anointed king but had to endure years in the wilderness before sitting on the throne. Moses spent 40 years in the desert before leading Israel. Paul was called to preach but spent years in preparation before his ministry flourished. Trust my process. I am not delaying, I am preparing. And do not think you are too ordinary to be used by me. I did not choose the strongest or the most qualified. I chose the willing. I used fishermen to shake the world. I used a stuttering man to confront Pharaoh. I used a shepherd boy to defeat a giant. I'm not looking for perfection. I am looking for surrender. If you make yourself available, I will use you in ways you never imagined. Please subscribe to receive more of my truth and turn on notifications so you never miss what I have to say to you.